All right. Today we have Dee Crawford, owner of Do Me a Favor STL on the St. Louis podcast, and we're going to get into the weeds with her and her business. But before we do, this is the St. Louis podcast, where each and every Friday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, we drop an episode on all major podcasting, audio, and video platforms, where we meet with the most badass people and creators to talk about business, entrepreneurship, and current events. Hopefully not Taylor Swift, but I know that's on the agenda. God, NFL. Let's talk about it. All right, let's jump into it. Dee, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast. I know Katie is excited to have you on. She's got a ton of questions. So maybe this is an episode where I kind of sit back and chill. I'll drink the margaritas, and maybe I won't have to talk a lot. Okay, so owner of Do Me a Favor STL, custom apparels and gift shop. Do Me a Favor STL.com. Mm-hmm. So you started that business in 2014, making custom coasters, bought sublimation equipment, which is putting stuff on t-shirts, correct? I know is that screen printing, or I know there's like different.
It's an ink that when brought to a certain temperature sort of fuses into whatever you put it on, like whatever your substrate is. I like to kind of describe it as like tattooing the shirt. Mm-hmm. So if you were to like feel down Katie's chest right now, you would feel that like it's completely smooth, like it's a design. There's no screen printing roughness or cracking or peeling, but you can also put it on anything that is sublimatable. Okay.
And usually that does a lot better, obviously, with washes and things like that, because that's not peeling apart and falling off. Yes,
you'll get like a slight fade after the first wash. Okay. Which a lot of my customers love. It kind of gives it like that vintage worn-in look, but it doesn't fade wash after wash. It's just like that first initial, sort of like if you have dark black jeans and you give them that first wash, a little bit might come off.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I know we've obviously got a ton of apparel for podcast, for Half Coast, for Vi, and it's always I don't know how we determine.
It's vinyl.
Yeah.
It's screen printing.
Yeah.
And they all peel.
Yeah.
And like crack. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Well, haven't we tried to do sublimation before? Maybe not.
I don't know if they do it.
Okay.
I know somebody.
Okay.
You guys want to look into
it. That's right. All right. So you started it in 2014.
Yes.
Now, did you start it just with the coasters?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you got everything started? How long did it take you to start making other products and kind of make it, your full-time job, I guess, for lack of a better word?
A long time, actually. Okay. So I don't even know where the ideas for coasters came about. I think it was like when Pinterest was sort of the only social media inspiring page to go to. I saw someone post like a DIY and I was like, oh, that's a good idea for Christmas gifts. And then it became, a lot of my friends were asking for me to come up with ideas for their friends. And they were always saying like, can you do me a favor and make me this set? Can you do me a favor and make one for your dad or make one for your grandpa? So, and I knew I didn't want to make the name like Dee's Custom Coasters and like lock myself into only making coasters.
Yep.
And then a couple years, it was like slow all year, and then Christmas would be busy, and all I would sell were like this Britney Spears custom set that like my friend Heather asked me to make for her friend one year, and I just was like, okay, I've got to put these designs on something else. Like, what else can I do? Fast forward to 2020-ish, 2021 maybe. I'd taken a break in between there too because I had kids, my first in 2015, and making the coasters, there was a lot of fumes. They took a long time to dry in between. I was like literally getting the pictures developed that I designed at Walgreens. So there was just a lot of like maneuvering parts, and being a new mom working full time, I was like, I took a break. And then sublimation got really popular in 2020, 2021, at least in my world. And I thought this is a great way to put my coaster designs onto something else, onto t-shirts and that sort of thing. So my first design ever was it was a Te Amo tequila shirt. So it was like a Te, and then it had a checkbox, and you could either check Te Amo or tequila. So from the beginning, I've always been a tequila girl.
That's hilarious. So do me a favor. How did the name come about? Is that literally just because your friend was, hey, do me a favor?
Yeah, I just heard it a lot. And now I kind of like that people that, I wouldn't say like haters or anything, but like sometimes when I ask friends or my husband, like, can you do me a favor and bring the laundry up? Yeah. It's like fun to hear my business name. And they're always like, oh, I hope other people like maybe say that in conversation and like think of me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Either in a good or bad way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
And it's broad, right? It can fall under, I could make tortillas one week and it could still be do me a favor.
You know, everything is do me a favor. Hey, would you do me a favor? I say that all the time now that I think about it. I probably say it entirely way too much because I probably don't give out the same amount of favors I ask for, Matt. Probably not. I don't.
So if you had to choose between never drinking a margarita again
Oh God.
or wearing only one of your designs for the rest of your life, which would you pick?
Well, I would choose, how'd you word that again?
Never drink a margarita ever again or only wear one of your designs?
I would do never drink a margarita ever again because I can drink something else with tequila, like a Paloma.
Okay.
There we go.
And squeeze a lot of lime in it and like
Yeah.
make it my own drink.
Make it a margarita kind
Yeah.
of.
Well, the only problems with Palomas is grapefruit.
I love grapefruit.
I'm not a big. I don't know what it is with grapefruit.
I don't mind it.
It's got to be fresh. I mean, you don't want like a artificial grapefruit flavoring in a cocktail like that.
I feel like I grew up at my grandma's house when I spent the night. My grandpa always had a half a thing of grapefruit.
Mhm. Did you
And
have the special spoon there?
Yeah, she had the spoon, and it's almost like that. It's almost like I remember my grandpa just being sad every time he ate it because I feel like that's all he had was like the grapefruit and maybe like one of those packets of sugar or whatever. And I'm like over here eating, French toast and jam and shit, and he's eating grapefruit. I'm like, I don't know, maybe just mentally I just associate grapefruit with that, and I'm like,
Sad grandpa.
yeah, I'm just like I'm gonna stay away from grapefruit. But the bitterness, I'm just like,
That's
I
what
don't
the
know.
sugar packet's for.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta put a little sugar on it.
yeah, I don't know.
It is good for you.
The Palomas though when it's made fresh, but when you get like a Paloma drink already pre-made,
I do stay away from
Those
those.
are tough.
Yeah.
Like the canned drinks.
Those are
Trader
tough.
Joe's had a good one once. Over the summer, I tried like 2 flavors and took them to the pool.
why is Trader Joe's always the hardest store to get into? Think about all
This
the
one
Trader
goes
Joe's.
in like ebbs and flows. Like you mean like is it busy? Like there
like
are a lot
the
of people
parking,
there?
like just getting.
this parking lot.
Yeah, anxiety.
So do you go to the one in De Pere?
Yeah, that's also where my nail lady is. So I'm there a lot.
That is the worst like group of businesses. Getting in and out of there, I hate it. But that's that Trader Joe's. The one on Manchester is a nightmare. Or excuse me, the one on Clarkson's a nightmare in Chesterfield.
Yeah, I'm not out there far
Every
enough,
Trader
but
Joe's I've been to, I feel like it's just
I
a
only ever
nightmare
go to the
getting into.
Manchester one.
We should be thankful that that third business is a mattress store because if it were anything semi-busy or popular,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
it'd be no one would go.
Talk about fronts for laundering money. There's no
I knew
way.
that was coming.
How
gonna
do
say,
those
yeah.
places make? There's mattress stores everywhere.
Or like something after hours, maybe something like
yeah.
weird going on there with all the mattresses.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Dude, I went in there because I had to get a new mattress earlier this year. Like I went to a
So
couple.
you went to like Mattress Firm or
a
whatever?
yeah, like a couple different ones.
Yeah,
Outrageous prices.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I went to Slumberland for the first time, I think, in my life. I don't know how they're open. And it was like great.
Yeah.
So I
No,
bought it from there.
Slumberland is way. They also have. There's also a lot of. I mean, you need mattresses and stuff. There's a ton of brands online you can just buy
I know, but
directly, but
Yeah, like there's a lot of that,
like
the trendy
Casper,
Casper stuff.
Purple is one of them, I think.
there's so many Helix.
I
There's
think
like
they
there's
get you
a
too
bunch.
because they promise that like if you don't like it, you can send it back. It's like what a pain in the ass to like send a mattress back. Like
Well, plus they come like vacuum sealed.
Yeah, how do
I'm
you-
like, what am I supposed to do
I think
that?
they
and
I was
come
send
gonna
it
say, they
back?
expect you to like vacuum seal it back.
No, they better come and pick it up.
Yeah, we've
Like
never.
they have to come and pick it up. Otherwise, yeah, it's not getting back.
No.
No,
I
I
don't
think
have
that's how
a
they get the sale.
Industrial
the
vacuum
customer.
sealer in my
Right,
garage.
yeah.
Yeah, to do that. No, but mattress prices are insane. Also, if you need a decent mattress, go to Weekends Only. Oh my
all
God, Weekends
closing.
Only.
Well,
I was
Actually,
gonna say they're closing.
never mind. I was
Yeah.
about to say you used to be able to go to Weekends Only and get like a decent mattress
They
for like
were-
$500.
They're pretty expensive now, though. I think that's why they're closing.
Well, I think they tried to liquidate or sell the business, and no one wanted to make good enough offers. So the family was just like, "Fuck it, we're out.
Yeah,
Liquidate everything and call it a day."
Yeah, I would go in there a couple times for like random furniture, and it was like so expensive.
Yeah,
Like I can just go to IKEA,
that's true.
get something better.
That's true. But then you got to put IKEA stuff together.
I like doing that.
yeah,
guys
you
know
do.
that.
Yeah, you do.
Every time we buy
puts
stuff
like
for the
our
office.
she puts our desks and stuff together that we order. at
Wait,
the
wait.
office.
You like putting?
Yeah,
furniture
I know.
together?
like literally
Like
love
Some
it.
psychopath.
Yeah.
That
I
is
know.
literally a killer
love
right
it.
there.
But afterwards, I regret it because then I have like blisters on my
Calluses.
hands from like twisting the screwdriver.
Yeah, they give you like that teeny like toy screwdriver. Like this works.
literally,
This
yeah.
is what you should use.
Yeah. Yeah, I always regret it.
All right. As a mom, if you had to create a shirt that sums up motherhood in a humorous way, what would it say? Or do you already have one?
Can I cuss?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would say "fuck this."
Yeah.
I made a cake actually during COVID with the kids because they weren't reading at the time, and I got the little letter cookie cutters out, and I put it like on the icing to pour sprinkles into it. And the cake said "fuck this," and I like made a post, it was on my feed. I don't think I had a business page yet then, so it was on my personal page, but
You almost gotta.
It was hard.
You gotta have people send in photos of their kids, put the kids on the back, say "fuck this" on the front.
yeah, the face picture stuff is actually like super fun right now. I do the koozies are really popular
For like
and I love-
bachelorette parties.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm like spying on someone's life when someone sends me these like personal pictures unbeknownst to their like significant other, and then I'm like sitting there tracing it like hair by hair, and it's like fun to be like a part of that, but I also feel like somewhat
Weird about it.
yeah, like I'm illegally doing something.
If I send you a meme, how good of a quality does it need to be for you to be able to print it on something?
Depends on the size. So
Okay.
I've taken like for gag gifts and stuff, like I've taken just pictures from the internet, Google search, copied and pasted it through it in my program and printed it, and it's been fine.
Okay.
It just sort of, I don't know until I do it,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
kind of like the gamble. But I'm trying to think of what I did once for that. But yeah, it can be done.
Okay.
I can put anything on a shirt.
Do I even want to know
okay.
what meme
we
you would
make
like to put on a
Chris's?
shirt? No.
Oh, I'm just thinking about funny Christmas presents for people. Just give them a shirt, like something that they'd probably never wear except for in their house for sure.
Out of shame, probably.
Yeah,
That's
out of
probably
shame.
exactly how that works.
Out of
yeah.
shame, 100%. Yeah. But it'd be hilarious. I mean, men are terrible at giving gifts. Are we
Yeah.
not? Or
Agreed.
I wouldn't say all men, but I'm not very good at it. Yeah.
I agree.
Are
Is
you
it-
the gift card person? You just give out gift cards on Christmas?
Dude, don't call me out, bro. No.
Oh.
No, usually like my mom, I'll go to like the nail salon she goes to.
So you get a
Make it a
gift
gift card.
certificate.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But she has to use, I'm not giving her like a Visa gift card.
Okay. It's a gift certificate.
I guess
Yes,
that's a
yes,
little
yes,
bit better.
Well, she
Bougie
needs
gift
a
card.
manicure or pedicure or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's like going to
But it's also like, did you really put that much thought into that?
how much thought needs to go into it. You get a gift.
Do you wrap it, put like a bow on top of it?
No, they wrap it for me at the nail salon.
Oh, okay.
So then you're doing nothing.
I get a card. I put it in the card.
That's nice.
Love you, Mom.
I write it. Yeah.
It's literally just that. I just love you, Mom. There's
Yeah.
3 words and that's it.
There are so many people that don't give people shit. Don't give me shit.
Yeah, that's fair. At least you do something, right?
Are you the son though, like on Christmas Eve at Target? Like, like the night before
Yeah.
Valentine's
Usually
Day,
not.
the card aisle is just like all men.
Usually not. No, usually not. I try not to be, but sometimes I forget to order. I have to like order ahead of time. Like I know my dad needs like a new meat thermometer for cooking. So
Don't
I
give it
know
away.
I should. Well, I already, that was last year. Now I need it. See, now I need something for this year. That's what
My thing is, how do you forget to order things? Like, you know when
I don't
Christmas
know
is.
what. Here's my thing. I don't like when people get me shit because how do they
you
even know?
react?
Like
How do they
junky
know if I
stuff.
want it?
Yeah.
Like I just get a lot of stuff where it's like I try
Usually
not
you
to
would ask the
hoard, so I throw
person,
stuff away.
Hey, what do you need? And then you say words, and then
But then
they
I'm
get
talking
you.
about meme T-shirts, I guess.
Well, I mean, presents in general, man.
We could do a coffee mug with your face on it that says like "World's Best Son" and give it to both your parents.
Oh, that's good.
It's like if they're coffee drinkers.
That would hit the wall so fast.
My brother would throw it. Now my mom would be like, you have the wrong son on this. We love your younger brother more. Just kidding.
Your
Put 'em-
website?
Probably not.
That's
though.
what needs to go on the mug. That's the word.
Oh, there we go.
Your website says physically in St. Louis, mentally the Bahamas.
Yes.
You could teleport anywhere right now. Where would you go?
Sounds like the beach.
The beach, but I'm also really want to go to Italy. Because
Okay.
Harry's right there.
Right.
He lives there off
Like just
season,
across.
so
Yeah, just across.
just like I'd stay in one spot and just hope
Who's
to see
Harry?
him.
You were talking about Harry Styles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. What band is he again?
I love that.
It's on here.
What band is Harry Styles?
One Direction.
his-
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, he's
but
his
his own
own.
guy now.
Oh, that's right.
For like
We've had this discussion.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Harry Styles.
you know,
No
somewhere
offense.
tropical, warm,
Mm-hmm.
where I could just chill. I'm not like a vacationer where
Like a worker?
I want to
Like a work
see
vacation.
stuff. Like I have no desire to go to Paris and see the Eiffel Tower.
Mhm.
I've also heard Paris is really dirty.
Yeah,
I've also heard they're not that nice.
Yeah. They don't really
because
like
it's
us.
like infiltrated with people now coming and
Yeah.
making reels and memes and TikToks and stuff all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we came in and liberated France in the 40s, so, maybe show us a little respect. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, no, I want to go to France.
Katie, right
Apparently
there.
they have
That's
some of the
clip.
best food,
That's
though.
the clip right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, me talking about World War II. I've been watching Band of Brothers and Saving Private Ryan on Netflix. I've just been into World War II lately. I don't know what the problem is.
What about how often do you think of the Roman Empire?
You know what's funny? Gladiators on Netflix as well. I just watched that too.
Okay.
So
But in general, how often do you
Yeah.
think about it?
never. Except for if there's like a TV show on about it. But I want to go to Greece.
Why?
Yeah.
Roman Empire?
Mm.
Is that where,
I'm a history
it's where
guy.
Santorini.
I'm a history guy,
Yeah.
so I'm the
I would
opposite.
love
I'm
to
the
go there.
opposite of you. I'm a sightseer.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I have to be carrying around one of these as well.
yeah, definitely.
So there you go. Make sightseeing look
I
more
don't
fun.
want like a working vacation.
Well, you can overdo it for sure.
Yeah, you're the type of to overdo it.
Like I don't want to set
Probably.
Wake
my
up at
alarm.
7. Wake up at 7. You're like, we're going on this hike. We're going to see this.
Yeah,
we're going
I
to
do
this
do
bourbon
that.
bar.
When I go, well, in Colorado, so my trip's already planned when I go to Colorado. It's 6 days. The first day is a rest day. Ski the first 2 days.
No.
I wake up and I'm at the mountain by 8:30 when the lifts are on, and then I'm there all day. And do
No.
that for 4 days.
I think with skiing though, you can't just like be like, okay, after lunch, let's go skiing because you'd wait forever.
Mhm.
Like you do kind of have to plan that out, I think, or else you're just gonna say it was a terrible time.
I
and-
always go by myself in the morning. No one wants to wake up and go skiing at 8:30.
Yeah.
When is this trip that you've already planned 6 days?
January 13th through the 21st. The exact dates. No, but I'm planning more. I have the Epic Pass, so I need to use it. So it gives you like access to resorts,
What
different
is the
resorts.
Epic Pass?
So they own like Vail. It's Vail Resorts.
Okay.
And then you have Icon, which is like
it's not like a timeshare to
Steamboat.
use everywhere. It's just in Colorado.
They own like 30 resorts. No, like Whistler. They have
Oh.
Whistler in Canada. There's like 30 or 40 resorts around the United States. They got some in Canada. They have some in Europe. So you have this pass, and then you just got to make sure and use it enough to pay off for it.
Yeah.
But I mean, skiing is like 180 a day, so
Is skiing hard?
Yeah, it's expensive.
it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
You do
No,
the
like
bunny
you can,
slope.
yeah, you can ski greens all day and have a fun time.
What's greens?
The easiest.
Oh.
But
I
no,
think,
you don't
I think
have
I
to.
could be pretty good at it, just never gone.
I
You
think
can
so
do-
too. Same.
You can do greens and blues all day. Go slow. You can have a blast.
The debate in my family, though, is if we would be better at snowboarding or skiing. I think I would be better at snowboarding.
Have you ever water skied before?
Nope.
I have.
So if you've water skied before, you should ski. Have you skateboarded before?
Attempted.
Any good at it? Have you what about rollerblading?
No. I need the 4-wheelers.
The inline,
The
traditional.
Yeah. I would say try both. Usually skiing is easier to pick up, but snowboarding is easier to master.
Okay. I'm asking as if I'm like gonna go.
Yeah.
Take
this week.
notes.
Yeah.
I ski, so I say ski.
Well, yeah.
Also, snowboarding, I'm not trying to sit in the snow with my ass in the snow, getting like my boot in and out every single time to get on the lift. You can't move across the mountain. Like in Vail, there's sections of the mountain where snowboarders just get screwed. So you have to have like a skier with you to pull you, or you have to take your board off because you don't have poles, so you can't like push yourself.
Mm.
That means
Skiing
it's
is
not good.
dude, just skiing is way better. It looks better on tricks.
Can you do any tricks?
I mean, sort of, not really.
So
I'm
probably not.
more of a, I don't really go into the terrain park. I'll hit jumps and shit, but I'm not like trying to hit rails. by any means.
You
No.
do the jumps where then you're like
Straight
Yeah.
up.
you get like fully straight and you put the
Oh, the ski jump?
Yeah.
I've never done that. But that would be insane.
Do it in January.
I don't know about that. I'm scared of that. You know, they go like 100 feet down.
I think it'd be the scariest part's that landing, right?
Right.
Once you're up there, because then it's like
Hold on,
there's
let's
no
look
turning
up.
back.
Yeah.
Is that called just ski jump?
Yes.
Ski jumping
Yes.
in the Olympics? Yeah, I would
and
never.
you
I would
just
never
straight
do
up.
There's got to be a little, like a
smaller
green
version.
jump.
Yeah.
An easy.
They're not just going to throw you.
No,
on
they
the
have smaller
Olympic-
ones, but they're still huge.
Here's
They're
an
still
Olympic
huge.
size.
I'm trying to look up the size of this. All right, while I look this up, what were we just? We were talking about something here important. I know.
I don't know.
Bahamas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Which product is the most popular among your customers? Do you have a reason why, do you think?
Probably like design. I mean, it goes back and forth with seasons and like sports and what's trendy. I mean, for sure, the most sold design is that I don't care NFL one
Yeah.
because of that TikTok last year.
Yeah.
But I would say locally, the candy STL one, which I'm super proud about because I mean, it's a super simple design, but it's like one of the first designs I created. And it's just like got that retro feel to it with the colors. And that one's popular. The Good Moms Say Bad Words, the koozies are picking up again, I think, which is odd during like Christmas. I don't know if it's like, they're not Christmas gifts. I guess there's just like a lot of like fall and winter babies
Maybe.
for birthdays, maybe
Interesting. You'd think koozies would sell a lot in June,
like year
July.
round even.
Yeah, that too.
I was thinking maybe for like football season. For like
Koozies?
tailgates and stuff.
Tailgating. Yeah.
Well, these are like the face ones where people are like for the people's 40th birthday, 30th birthday.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It's weird. Well, that doesn't make sense though.
That's because everyone has babies in September,
But it's
right?
these are for like October, November babies.
Huh.
So what's 9 months back?
March?
January.
Yeah, January. It's a New Year's baby.
Yeah,
Like,
January.
yeah. Or they get
January,
their they get their tax return and they're like, all
Oh,
right.
that's true.
They get the tax return, they see that March and they're like, ooh,
What can I buy?
yeah. What can we buy? Guess we have
baby?
enough money for a baby yet.
I was like, does that make people want to have sex? Is like getting their tax return back?
Honestly,
I would say
wouldn't doubt
so.
it.
I would say so. Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
out, have a nice dinner.
Yeah, that's one of the best days.
Wine and dine. There you go.
That's right. So, is there any products that you have right now or designs that people are sleeping on that you think should be more popular that aren't?
Like flops.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Not necessarily flops, but maybe something you like, other people
Yeah,
have said
so
that's like, but
I did one last January or last trying to remember like what I looked like in the picture and based on like what timing it was. I know it was like winter, whatever.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter because it's not a winter design. But I had gone to the eye doctor
Mhm.
and like the eye graph,
Like the
where
chart,
the
yeah.
chart inspired like this graph design, and it was literally just like 3 letters across, 3 letters across, 3 letters across, and it was ST. It was St. Louis, ST Louis MO.
Mhm.
But in the picture, people were like, I couldn't read it. Like I thought I was like dyslexic, or I thought I was supposed to read it backwards. And it was like posting it as like, this is fully customizable, like
Yeah.
whatever 9-letter word or city or state. And some people, I had like 4 or 5 people maybe order like the custom ones. Like someone did airport codes, which I thought was cool. They did
Okay,
like
yeah.
3 airport codes.
Yeah.
So that was like one I thought would really take off and be cool because it was like a made you think design, but maybe like people don't want to have to think that
Right.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do 314-636. What's the new? Didn't we just add an area code?
I mean, 573 is kind of popular here, but that's not like St. Louis.
Where's
It's
618?
Columbia.
Is that Illinois? 618?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I see that a lot.
Me
618.
too.
I think 618.
636 314.
What is 573? Is that
I have
Columbia.
a couple. Oh, really?
Columbia / Moberly. I mean Moberly. That's where my husband's from. He has 573.
618 is most of Illinois. It's not all of it, but most.
Oh.
It's 618. No,
I saw
573 is
I saw St. Louis getting a new area code.
What?
I thought I saw that. The new area code will be 557.
Why?
Ew.
I don't know.
What's an ugly number?
All existing 314 area code customers will return. I have 636, and I don't know why, but apparently it's because I'm all the way out in Wildwood.
I was going to say, I always associate that with like you live in West County.
Okay.
But I don't know why.
I always classify that as like a home phone.
636 is like Jefferson. Yeah, it's like out
No,
there. That's boonies.
636 was always like, I remember everyone in like Rockwood had 636 number.
I was in Arnold and I had it.
Interesting.
That was my home phone number. But
Yeah.
all of our cell phones are 314.
Oh,
Probably just because it's newer.
Maybe.
314 is newer, yeah. I think maybe.
My home phone was 314.
My home phone is
That doesn't
636.
compute in my brain. I
When does
classify
it-
636 as home.
Interesting. When does it say we're getting new area codes?
They just did that. It was last year. I've
never
never
seen
ran
that.
into
I've
anyone
never
that has a
heard of that.
557 though.
I think that was like maybe an idea that
I wouldn't accept it.
Unless it's like children that are getting phones right now
Probably.
with like new numbers and now it's 557. But like no reason
they've run
for us
out
to
of
have.
all number probabilities of.
That's
pairings
crazy
and
to
they
think
have to come
about though.
Well, it's probably because my parents had 636 as their cell phone numbers, and when I joined their plan, they just did another 636
Yeah,
number.
I get maybe they really are running out. They're just going through.
Well,
Now
here's
they're out of
one.
314s.
235 for the same area code as 573.
All these area codes sound weird.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's 314 and 636. That's it.
That's all it should be.
If I made that and put 618 on in there, I'd get so many questions.
People are like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's for us, or it's for our Illinois love.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
How do you handle custom requests and what is the most unique design that you've been asked to create?
I actually had like a feeling of being overwhelmed yesterday and thought I had to kind of like maybe shut down custom requests for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just because sometimes they can be really time consuming and it's a one sweatshirt job.
Right.
You know, and so I've thought like,
Got to
do
have
I
minimum
charge
orders
like a
on there.
design fee or
Yeah.
something that depending on like how long it takes. A lot of
Mhm.
people just, I love and I appreciate that people will send me a screenshot and say, hey, I saw this here, or here's this file on Etsy. Can you make it for me? Instead of like buying it from where they saw it for sale because they trust my work. They trust the product I use. They can pick it up locally, all those benefits. But to go back to your question, I would say, well, I just designed for my high school 20-year reunion,
Mm-hmm.
which was really fun. And I thought about listing that and making that customizable for other like Catholics, private schools locally. And what was a really unique custom? Oh, I did. Okay. So this one person had a birthday party for their husband. We did the koozies and then they wanted the same face, their husband's face that I traced, but to put it on a Bigfoot body. And then
I love it.
It was like the big 40 instead of like the Bigfoot or something like that. And so I told him, I was like, I can do it, but like, I don't know how much time I can spend to make the head actually look like
Yeah.
it's part of this Bigfoot body. So it was a little bit of a, not like copy and paste. I mean, it took more work than that, but I wanted it to look a lot better and like realistic, but I honestly couldn't find a ton of Bigfoot pictures that would have been good quality to make like this big on a shirt.
What are your thoughts on Bigfoot?
Real.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, considering like current, like is he still alive? Real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, does he exist?
Why do you do this every show?
I think at one point he probably
What do you mean?
existed, considering like how we evolved, maybe. But
I love thinking that Bigfoot still exists. Because getting into some of the, like on Reddit, there's a Bigfoot subreddit. It's so fun. You have to read some of these comments. Like some of the stuff people post it's interesting as hell. I'm not saying that Bigfoot's still around, but it's definitely fun to think that Bigfoot's still around.
I believe more in like a Loch Ness monster type thing
Yes.
because the ocean is like
100%.
you can't tell me exactly what everything is in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely things in the ocean, even in lakes.
That's where No, it's a Loch Ness, not Lake Ness.
No,
It's
the
a
Loch Ness monster was.
I think it's in a lake.
Yeah, it was in a
It's
lake.
like in Ireland, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
But these lakes are thousands of feet deep.
Well, wasn't there like a rumor a couple years ago at the Ozarks that there was piranhas? That's what I heard.
There is. Well, yeah, there was one.
And I was like, I'm not getting in there.
One of my best friends refuses to get her head underwater at the lake because of the brain-eating amoeba.
So,
Which I don't blame her. I mean,
No, me either.
crazy
the
stuff.
water is disgusting.
Oh, it's so gross.
So if you jump in to like that in the lake,
Yeah.
do you immediately feel your nostrils and back of your mouth burning on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not immediately, but so I lived at the lake for a couple
Okay.
summers and worked at bartended there a couple of years, and the allergies suck. The winters are terrible. Like, I don't know how people live there year round. It's so depressing. But when we always go back once a summer and stay at Margaritaville with the kids. And
Margaritaville's fun.
when we're driving home, it's like the kids will not stop sneezing. Their noses are running and congested. And
Yeah, I always feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah.
I was reading that they're considering like, I thought that I read somewhere that they're considering like shutting down the lake or like overhauling the lake and like treating it of how bad it is.
like I would love to see that lake drained.
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
Yeah.
I can't fathom what they would find
Oh my God.
at that
So
at the bottom of that lake.
Way too many bodies.
Oh yeah, bodies, cars,
Trees.
boats, jewelry,
Animals.
Yeah, jewelry.
Sunglasses.
Oh, dude, where the new Ray-Bans? Come on. Where
I could probably find some good finds down there.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Clean 'em up.
there's got to be a ton of people that dive down there.
Yeah.
I know when Party Cove used to be a thing, that I knew someone that dove down there and got stuff all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
But
that's
they
some
don't
of the-
really
some
have
of the
Party Cove
areas-
anymore.
Yeah, they do.
It's not as big as it used to be, though.
people like you still takes it. Like if you're at the lake with someone who's never been to the lake, and
Yeah.
you
You
have a
take 'em
boat,
there.
You take them there, but it's definitely, and you take them there, and you're like, this isn't really what I built it up to be,
Yeah.
because it's not what it used to be.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why, really. I think because of
Everyone goes to the bars
I was
now.
gonna say all the bars, all the good lakefront bars have pools and
Yep.
really nice pool. I mean, it makes you feel like you're at a resort.
Mhm.
I
Coconuts.
mean, like
I
Hoosier
love
resort.
coconuts.
Hey there, St. Louis podcast listeners. We've got some exciting news from our sponsor, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Lee. Mark Lee of Farmers Insurance is recruiting agency owners here in St. Louis.
That's right, Garrett, and everyone knows what Farmers Insurance is, and if they don't, they will now.
Yes, it's kind of a household name. That said, as many of you know, a large part of our audience is made up of badass business owners, entrepreneurs, and top producing sales professionals with an open mind like yourself. Farmers Insurance is currently searching for driven individuals who aspire to own their own business or already own their own business and want to add another income stream to join the Farmers Insurance brand and own their own insurance agency.
This is a stellar opportunity to build your own insurance agency from scratch, take over an existing agency, or if you're just a slow roller, we know you the guys out there and ladies, get paid to train under an existing successful agency owner before starting your own.
Holy shit, Eric. That means that whether you have experience as a business owner or you've never heard the word business before in your life, there's a pathway to owning your own business through Farmers Insurance Agency led by Mark Lee.
That's right. You can become a Farmers Insurance business owner even if you've been homeless in the past, just like you.
Yeah, thanks.
If you've ever dreamt of being your own boss, building a team under a reputable brand, and making a difference in your community by offering top-tier auto, home, and commercial insurance to consumers and businesses in your area, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the godlike man himself, Mark Lee, has the perfect opportunity for you.
Visit insurancecareerstl.com to speak with Mark Lee, the district manager of Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, to become a Farmers Insurance agency owner today.
Did you hear that, St. Louis? Go visit insurancecareerstl.com. Insurancecareerstl.com. That is INSURANCE. Career, CAREERSTL.com.
To become a business owner today, again, one more time, visit insurancecareerstl, as in St. Louis.com today. right now, this second, or reach out to us at stlouispodcast.com and we'll introduce you to Mark Lee ourselves. And I promise he won't spell out insurance and career to you.
Now back to the show.
We haven't been to the new coconuts. I'm
so
partial
fun.
to like dog days and like red root, the redhead.
So you go to Backwater?
We
Backwater
didn't
Jack's
go
always
last
good.
time. We tried the cave though.
So my buddy
cave was
lives.
pretty cool.
My buddy lives out that way. He lives in Camdenton, so we don't try and go all the way back. You know, we try and
Yeah.
stay out there. So the cave was new. The cave's fun. That's a nice spot. And-
Shady Gators is fun.
We're usually on that side of Grand Glaze, like
Okay.
the dog days Tantera side, not like the dam side
Yeah.
or the Four Seasons side.
My grandma lived in Tantera forever.
Oh, like in the Estates?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could live there.
She bought it back in like the
I mean, I guess
90s
if you
or
own it
80s.
and you don't rent it, you just live there.
Yeah, the 90s or 80s she had it. And I went down there every summer with my brother and my cousin, and we just terrorized Tantera. It was great. Minor Mike's. Oh my God. I used to love Minor Mike's. That
My
place-
mom and her friends, like, we always go down, usually Columbus Day weekend, to go like shopping. We don't really do anymore because the outlet
That
mall
used to be
Yeah.
the outlet mall.
The outlet
that
mall
used
is
to be the
awful now.
The
Like, I
J. Crew
used-
there was bomb.
I
The
used to get-
Aeropostale there
Yeah, I
was
was-
good too.
Aeropostale,
So
dude.
many
Don't even
clothes.
Yep.
don't even tell me about Aeropostale.
I'd get
God,
flannels,
my mom
like
hates me how much
jeans.
money I spent at Aeropostale.
But yeah,
I'm
now
sure.
everything is like shut down.
No, they don't have anything.
The
there.
Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, we would always stop there and then we
yeah.
would go home.
Got to.
But
Gotta hit the
we would
fudge.
stay at Tantera, and like every house that we would rent from there was so outdated.
Yeah, they all
And,
were.
like,
well,
gross.
they were. I think they were built in like, I don't know, like the 80s or 70s or maybe
I
even
would say longer
60s.
than that.
And they
I
were
think.
never updated.
No. So my husband
Yeah.
worked in like the sales and sales and front desk management for a while. And anytime they knew of like a booking that was like a frat or a bachelor party or something, there was like this pod of like 8 estates, like 8 houses that they would put them in because they were shit. They
Yeah.
were always torn up. And they're like, if they're going to
Tear it up. Yeah.
tear it up anyways,
Just
like
put 'em in there.
in that, like one of those 8 houses or whatever.
I remember when like driving by and like there were back then there were like successful rich people that owned homes in the estates. Like
That's
the,
what you would think.
the
owns it
McDonald's
now.
guy was in there.
Oh.
Like
wow.
one of the McDonald's family had a McDonald's. Like he had like the biggest house in the estates.
Well, the Walmart guy is from small, like near Moberly, I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of, you know, big business millionaires in the Midwest. The McDonald's documentary is actually super interesting. Or the men who, I don't think built America was that, but it was some,
It's called like The Founder. I think.
some A&E special or some series, and they did like the history of McDonald's, and
yeah.
it was like a bet or the guy,
I
friend
think
bought
you're
him
right.
out or
Whatever you
something.
said was right. That is the title. I think it
The
is
Founder.
The Men Who Built America, or maybe
Oh.
not the men, or the people who built America.
Yeah.
The Founder is the movie. That movie's
What
amazing.
built
though.
America or businesses
It's
that
something
built,
like
yeah.
that.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
I,
It's interesting.
in high school in health class, we were forced to watch Super Size Me.
That's your nutrition class.
That one was just. I told you my personal finance class. I told him last week we watched Shark Tank. That was it.
Oh, that's an interesting
Well,
show.
Super Size Me
Was disgusting.
led to Super High Me, which was amazing.
What is that?
He gets
Oh.
high as
Was it the
fuck
same
for
guy?
30 days. No, Doug. Doug.
That
no.
would be interesting.
Doug.
He
no.
should do, yeah, I thought it was like a serious
Yeah.
thing.
No, Doug Benson, a comedian, does it for like 30 days. He gets ripped, like medically does it. He has like IQ tests he
okay.
does over 30 days. And he takes like,
To see if it like kills his brain cells.
no, to see if like he gets smarter or dumber.
What was the
Like,
outcome?
I don't remember, but it wasn't dumber. Like it didn't like even when he was ripped, like he did like tests when he was high as fuck versus like not. It's interesting. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Is that a... Do people think you get dumb if you smoke a lot of weed?
I feel like a lot of people do. Yeah.
I mean,
Like, 'cause
this
it
was,
like kills your brain cells.
it's
But I
not-
think it's been proven
not
that
true.
that does not happen.
this was in 07. So this was,
I think those people are probably just stupid to be...
yeah.
Maybe smoke a little weed. You won't
Yeah,
feel like that
that's
anymore.
right. No, Doug Benson was in it. Yeah, so he's the comedian. Yeah, smoking cannabis. So he documents a film, essentially the effects of smoking cannabis for 30 days.
Okay. And you have to smoke it. You can't like, you can't microdose from... I don't know, vapes or gummies or I don't know what other options
I don't think
there
there's
are,
any way for you to overdose on weed unless the only way they
I don't
showed to
think you
do it
can.
was by essentially having a smoke machine and hooking you up to it, and they have to
or if it's laced with something.
like
Right.
they tested this on monkeys way back in the day, and that's where they no, I'm serious. That's where they figured out that no, that's where the whole thing came from. It kills brain cells. Was that study where they essentially
monkeys?
just fed fumes to a monkey for like hours,
Well,
like
good
weed
thing we're
smoke.
not monkeys, so I don't know how
Yeah,
that
that seems
correlate.
like a bad control.
Right.
Of course, you're never gonna. Yeah, it's not like you're gonna be.
Well, they can't do the test on a human.
Right.
Like you're going to be our guinea
No,
pig.
smoke a joint every single. Yeah, just take 100 milligrams every hour
Super
for.
high me.
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, super high me. It's a funny as hell video. Okay, so he gained some weight. Here. Okay, so he had a sober period and a high period. So his psychic ESP test. Also, it's a paranormal ability about receiving information not gained through the recognizable physical
That's
senses.
too many big words.
I don't know. Apparently, sober period 1 out of 25, went high period 7 out of 25. So
So he was more.
psychic abilities.
Yeah.
So he had a psychic abilities test. The SAT, get this, the SAT 50 points higher when he was high.
I feel like it just gives you a confidence though. And like the psychic ability just gives you like a faster way of answering things.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I need
Maybe
like,
you don't
to be
like
high
second.
to
You
talk
don't like
about it.
second guess yourself.
Yeah.
You're just like, this is right.
What kind of test
Better
was it?
probability.
SAT.
No, the first one.
The psychic ESP test.
I'm gonna look that up real
Yeah,
quick.
feel
One
free.
moment.
Yeah, take a look. Mini mental status review in the normal range for both. Lung capacity decreased 2%. Makes sense if you're. I mean, he was literally getting high all day, every day, so that makes sense. Sperm count increased 50%.
Wow. That could infertility.
Yeah.
There we go.
There's an idea.
Now, obviously, this isn't in control, so God only knows if we did a bunch of people with this. Yeah, and then he gained, of course, a little bit of weight. So
Which is shocking because I feel like people that smoke weed lose weight.
You get the munchies.
get munchies.
Right.
Maybe not taking as many steps.
But a lot of people I went to high school with, like, they smoke weed and they like got really skinny.
Interesting.
You sure it wasn't another drug?
No, it's definitely weed.
Well, sounds like a different drug. All right, you want to talk about Taylor and Travis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. I feel
I'll
like
let-
it's sort of like, is it fizzled already? Not fizzled like they broke up, but like I feel like it's. She wasn't at the game Sunday, right?
Correct.
Thank
So that's
God.
the fizzle. I
Thank
kept
God.
asking my husband like every 20 minutes I'd like come back in the room. I'm like, is Taylor there? Did they spot her? Is she there? Like I like the Chiefs. We went to a game last year. It was a ton of fun. I follow the game now. I like know, most of the rules. But I'm interested in like I just kind of want to see what she's wearing. That's kind of like why I watch. I always say that's
she's
why I
hanging out
watch like
with.
reality shows and stuff too. Gabe's like, I can't believe you watch this crap. I'm like, I like watching to see like their hair and makeup and their outfits. Like visually, it's
There's some
background
interesting
noise.
reality
but
shows.
Yeah.
Men like to hate on reality shows. There's a couple good ones.
You have to.
Sitting
what?
down and watching The Bachelor, Bachelorette, like
I've gotten off of that.
a woman has to suck you into it. Well, it used to be better.
It's not anymore.
Yeah, it's not good anymore.
Have you guys heard of Naked Attraction?
I've seen it on
That's
my HBO,
wild.
but I haven't
have?
watched it.
That's wild.
Do you know what it's
No,
about?
I have heard of what it's about. I've not watched
It's
it.
actually educational.
So
okay.
isn't it just two strangers meet and they're naked?
No. It's no.
Okay, explain
Okay.
it to us.
So there's a person who's looking for a soulmate, looking for a date, and there are 6 people behind a screen. Each person gets a colored screen, so
Yeah.
they're in like these pods. They raise it up to like their belly button. Everyone's naked. So she eliminates the first person based on what she sees.
Going D first? Come on. Come on now.
Yeah. And then they turn around, they talk about that, and they like walk up, they get like a good look at it, and it's full frontal nothing's blurred out.
Really?
Well,
Nothing.
it's
on HBO.
So it doesn't have to be.
But then they cut away and they teach, and then they like get into a scientific like, this is why like body hair is important, and this is what how attraction works, and this is how like pheromones and like all these things, and it's a fast moving show. There's 2 people per episode. It's like we watched one episode. I'm like, it wasn't cheesy or bad. It's based in Australia, right? So everyone has
What's it called?
Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction. And then the second girl is bi. So there's like 3 men and 2 women.
Okay.
But yeah, so they gradually raise up the screen as they get eliminated. And then, but I think the only awkward part was like once someone got eliminated, they had to walk out and like give the person a hug, like full buff. And I'm like, I look like
So
an
is
awkward
is the
cat.
person that is
wild.
eliminating people, they're naked as well?
They get naked at the end. So when there's
And then
two,
you have to
That
agree.
makes it weird.
when there's 2 people left, the other person gets naked. So everyone sees each other naked, and then they pick someone, and then that person walks up and they're like, oh, okay, like here's your match. They hug. The first one was super awkward because you saw it like before, and then
Hugging naked for the first time. That's weird.
yeah, but then they go on a date fully clothed, obviously.
I was
in
going to say,
public.
then what?
They go
After
on a
you-
date, and then they bring him back to the couch, and it says like 2 weeks or 2 months later, however long the period is. And they ask him like, are you guys still talking? Are you still dating? And the first 2 couples that matched on the one episode I watched had a really great outcome, and they seemed like the perfect couple. Like they actually fit, like picked genuinely.
I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, if you have HBO and you can watch it, I suggest at least watching one episode and just like seeing what you think.
Because right now I'm watching Sister Wives, and I'm watching that on HBO. And every time I get on HBO every day, Naked Attraction is the first thing.
It's
All right.
very, I think it's very.
I'm going to
trendy
correct
right now.
you. You mean Max.
So yeah.
It's
Anyway,
not
I was
HBO.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Okay, I tried to find the HBO Max app like
just
on our
Max.
screen, and I was like, "Is Max it?" And
Yep.
he was like, yo.
So it's not an HBO show, just to clarify. It's a Max show.
Yeah. The app on my phone, like I would click on HBO.
See, I don't have
like,
Max anymore. I deleted it. It's like $20 a month for Max now.
I don't pay for it.
So you got to get the streaming app, which is something you like get a
Wait, what?
what's it called, like
bundle?
a Fire Stick, and you jailbreak it, and then you pay like $40 a month,
Whoa.
and you have every single like live TV channel.
Can you do it
Wait,
on
how'd you
Roku?
do this?
Someone at work.
Hey, Matt, if we need to, blurp this segment out, just
Does it work on Roku? Or is it just
so you just plug a
yeah.
Fire Stick into your TV and then you have everything.
Well, you have to go through some like
Like
these
jailbreak
steps,
it,
right?
yeah.
This jailbreak it, but then you do pay a monthly fee, but it's $50. Like we got rid of HBO, we got rid of Netflix,
Hulu?
and Hulu. The only thing I think that's not on there are Apple Originals.
Okay.
But
I
you
don't
can
care about
search for
those.
everything else, like everything that we would have to pay for on Prime, like certain movies, like weird, like Dirty Dancing.
So where does the
sometimes.
50 a month go to?
That's what I'm curious. I mean, my husband pays for it.
Yeah, where
Yeah,
this
where is
going
that
to?
going? That's what I want
Someone's
to know.
bank account.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know. I mean, it's his coworker has used it for a long time, and he's the one who told him about it. And then we did it, and 2 of our friends have done it.
all right, hit us up at thestlouispodcast.com if you want to get involved. All right.
Yeah, the streaming app, the icon's like a sardine or something.
Interesting. Huh.
I don't know
All
how to
right.
do that.
That's crazy. Matt, what'd you figure out about ESP scores? What'd you get the Sidekick? Did you figure anything out?
Yeah, it's do you believe in tarot cards and all that, mind reading, seeing the future? If the word is no,
Not
it looks like a big scam.
I don't not believe it. Didn't we talk about on this podcast about how the government used to have some sort of test that they used to do with people where these people could essentially almost like think of what other people are thinking in different areas of the world. So these people could like think of someone and then they could like find them in the world. And this was real. This was a real thing that the government did.
One moment.
Yeah, look that up.
I've always wanted to have like my palm read or a tarot card reading or
I'm
something.
kind of scared.
I tried to find one when I was with my friend in California, but they were closed.
I feel like
it's a sign.
Yeah.
some are legit, but I feel like a lot of them are just definitely taking money.
There used
Yeah.
to be one on Butler Hill.
St. Charles has one, the one that's been there forever on Main Street, or not Main Street, but the street you go down in St. Charles. There's that house has been there forever,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I didn't know there was one
right by the
local.
hospital. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I say I would trust one that's like if it's the same person doing it.
I feel like they've been there forever.
Yeah,
So
I would do that.
Yeah,
But I
there's-
wouldn't know if I would trust someone like at a pop-up somewhere, like a girls' night out, and they have like someone doing tarot cards.
Like a little kiosk. Yeah, no.
Right next to Panda Express.
That's when you'd find me there. I mean, really, all it is programming questions for the most part. Mm-hmm. And I've seen videos of people throwing off like them, like giving fake answers, and then they say, "Oh, you have a brother."
Oh.
And then they go with it, and then they're like, "Yeah, I don't have a brother, and this is not accurate."
What about mediums?
I feel like I've seen some good videos that make me believe it.
Like Long Island Medium? Teresa Caputo?
So you're talking about they can talk to the dead.
Yeah.
Talk to spirits and bring spirits into the room, like witchcraft. Almost.
Sometimes I think Long Island Medium is
I need
fake.
to talk to someone that can actually do this in person.
I think sometimes she's
they
fake,
have to
but
have,
there's
their
other
bullshit
times
meter has to be off the chart.
there's
Otherwise, I don't know.
there's like some episodes of hers where like, or like even she has like shows where she like legit knows some shit that nobody else does.
I feel like that's part of that. I mean, she has to have some fails, right? I mean,
Right.
there can't be, I think that's, and I mean, I've never watched her episodes, but I feel like that's got to be part of the openness in it. Be like, sometimes
The
it's
ghosts are
not
wrong.
super accurate. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
a wrong ghost comes, or I misread something, you know, but I agree though. I've seen some where I'm just like, holy crap.
Yeah, like how did she know that?
Yeah.
Because then they like interview the person. They're like, I've never told anybody this. Like, there's no way she could have known that.
Then you got to believe that person. Like, are
Right.
they just trying to be part of like a,
Yeah.
a viral video?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
How much were they paid?
Yeah.
to say that.
Mediums are. I would like to think that they're real, but I don't know. Don't you go back to the universe when you're dead? Are you really able to like talk? Like, I don't know. That answers some physiological or whatever questions that I don't know the answer to.
Yeah. I think if you're going to a medium, you have to have lost someone that you think is trying to contact you, or
You can't just like go
yeah.
and hope that somebody shows
What's
up.
that movie where the guy dies and he doesn't know he's dead, and then he tries to talk to people?
Or like, I'm super sorry to, I don't know. I didn't even think about
No, go
answering
ahead.
what you were questioning.
Go ahead.
It made me think of this movie that we saw. I don't know if it was a movie or a series or documentary, but about that boy. It was the boy in St. Charles, I think.
Oh,
who like drowned
yes.
in a cold lake, and his mom was like screaming at the hospital, like, don't take my son, like praying to God, pleading to God. And he like came back to life, and the
breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Mhm.
Was
What
he
is
like
that?
under like a frozen lake or
Yes.
something? True story. I mean, that wasn't like talking to a spirit, but that was almost like believing in like afterlife, right? Like this kid said he saw God and
Lake St. Louis.
yeah, like
Underwater for 15 minutes. 4 years later, the story of his recovery.
Oh, he
after
died.
his heart
He
stopped.
drowned at Lake St. Louis.
Yeah, stopped beating for
Interesting.
43 minutes, and then he like came back to life.
Who was the
Wait, so he's alive?
Yeah, it's they made a movie about it.
Yeah.
I think it was like a Netflix original.
Wait,
or
wait,
something,
wait.
No,
right?
it was in theaters.
Was it?
Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, was she the mom? I thought it was Sandra Bullock. I'm picturing.
I hate
Sandra
when
Bullock.
people say she's a comedian because she doesn't do stand-up.
She doesn't.
No.
I watched a movie once where I was like,
Oh no.
crying, laughing. She was so.
I'm an
funny.
idiot. Chrissy Metz. She's from This Is Us.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say that didn't look
She's
like
the
her.
mom.
Now, don't get me wrong. She
Yes.
has some funny movies. Yeah. Wait, they look the same. Do they not look similar? Those are two actresses?
Chrissy Metz and no, they don't. Because I love This Is Us is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. You know why I thought that was the other actress is because I was just at my parents and they still watch TV and I saw something for This Is Us.
It's over.
I know.
Okay. Do you guys think Helen Keller's real?
What kind of question
oh my
is
gosh.
that? Yes.
Like, wait, Helen Keller.
Mm-hmm. The blind and deaf one?
Yes. Why would
Isn't
she
she a
not
real
be?
person?
Yeah, I've seen a play about it.
I don't.
What do you mean you don't think Helen Keller
There
is real?
is no way.
Wait, how are we on Helen Keller?
Because I was just thinking
I know. I
about
thought
it.
you were saying Bloody Mary at first, like saying Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror. I
Helen-
was like, wait, I did that once when I was little. Nothing.
Because I'm
happened
passionate about Helen Keller.
about it being
Why?
false.
So there's
Yeah.
a TikTok conspiracy that goes around that she's a fraud.
Wait, when was she supposed to have been alive?
60s?
There is just no way.
Do you think she was faking
Talking
it?
about the blind and deaf. Yeah, 1880. my guy.
1880 to 1968. She lived What is that? 88 years?
Yes.
That's insane.
There is just no way that she was blind and deaf and was a writer and a pilot of an airplane,
Wait, she was a pilot?
public speaker.
I don't think she was a pilot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was.
Thinking of
I'm pretty sure she flew a plane.
Armstrong?
Who would allow a blind person to fly a plane?
In 1946,
Maybe they just let her hold
Helen
the-
Keller piloted a plane over the Mediterranean.
Yep.
So she just had to go like straight.
Ain't doing it.
How did she take off? How did she
So
land?
she's a fraud. So she could definitely see.
Okay, here's the thing. No, she was blind and deaf.
How are you
But
flying?
I guess how do you prove you're blind?
My thing is,
well, in the
no,
I don't
no.
know,
How do you
in
teach her?
1920s. I mean, I don't know.
How do you teach her anything?
That's what I think about. I think about that too with
God, what?
blind and deaf. It's like, how do you describe how to like blue when like, well, a blueberry is blue. It's like, well, you've never seen a blueberry.
But they can't hear you.
This is when we need like a
Oh.
speech therapist or something on the pod.
That's my
I
thing.
need to call my mom right now.
Not
and
even a
ask her.
speech therapist. She's deaf too. You can't be like, okay, this is what this says. She can't hear you.
Okay, I see what you're saying because someone would be like, well, this is like teaching them how to write an O.
Or even like she knew Braille.
Like she couldn't like what came first.
How do you tell her what that says? Feel
True.
feel this. She can't hear you say that.
True. Right,
Maybe
like
she was
how-
a real person, but no shot did
Maybe
she
she
do all of that
lost her
shit.
hearing at some point.
I think she was like
went
You're
two.
making
blind at
some good
point.
points here, and I kind of like it. I don't
No,
know.
apparently she lost it when she was like 2.
Lost what?
Her hearing. And I think she was born blind.
So you're saying she can hear but can't see?
Maybe she had a hearing aid. Like she was.
She is deaf and blind.
I know, but what you're saying she's not.
She couldn't have at that time though.
But you're saying she's not. So what was she? She could see and hear. You're saying?
She is deaf and blind.
I know.
She lost her hearing at the age of like 2.
But you're saying she's definitely not deaf and blind.
Correct. Maybe she was a real person, but no shot.
So what was she then? Just deaf?
or it's just a story.
Just Helen Keller. Just a normal girl.
So you're saying she wasn't deaf or blind?
How did she public speak? She can't speak. Have you heard her talk?
No.
Exactly. You don't want to. She doesn't speak words. Because how does she know how things are supposed to sound? She can't.
It's true. I don't know.
Matt, are you looking this up right now?
I told you I'm passionate
He's
about
like,
it.
wow,
There's no way.
Okay, listeners,
Did
if
she
you
have
have
kids? Did she have a family?
I don't know.
I want to hear from the listeners if they got any Helen Keller articles and interesting facts. She believed her life started at 7 years old.
I don't think so. I don't think she was ever married either. Mm-mm.
Author and speaker all over the world.
How?
I don't know.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
She's dead now. We can't ask her. Unless we have a medium. Let's get a medium.
She's not real. There's just no way.
No, so you're saying...
Political activist and lecturer.
So
like
you're
you
you're saying Helen Keller was real, but she's definitely not blind or deaf.
No, it's fake.
Well, she could have been a
Or she
public
was
speaker
never
if she
real.
had an interpreter, and her speech was given through an interpreter. Right, to be a public speaker, it's not just like the act of speaking, but it's like what you're delivering, the message you're portraying.
How does she
But
know?
I get,
How does
but
she know
I
how
get
to
your,
speak?
No, so apparently she was taught how to finger spell. Don't know what that is. Apparently it's a component of American Sign Language. And she was slowly taught Braille, finger spelling, and some components of American Sign Language very, very slowly by a personal teacher.
That's all we got?
Well, that's why 1880, dude. What do you? It's not like she was born 20 years ago, or everything's documented.
She's infamous. though.
Okay, so she lost her sight and her hearing after a bout of illness when she was 19 months old.
Yes.
She was a prolific author, writing 14 books and hundreds of speeches and essays.
Well, someone else wrote. She basically said what she wanted with fingers.
There's just no way. And that's all I have to say.
Oh wait, no. Now it's saying that she can use a typewriter.
What?
How?
you could type blindly.
All right, we'll
How do you tell her where the letters are? Or how to use it?
Okay, so no one said her books were good. I mean, maybe she just typed nonsense.
It's true.
That is true.
She was a founding member.
You just buy her book as a bunch of fucking letters, not put into any sort of sentence. You're just like, what the hell?
Hit my hidden message.
She's in the Alabama Writers Hall of Fame.
All right. So
There's just no way.
we need to talk. We need to get some. Hey, all right, listeners, for real. We need to get someone that knows Helen Keller on the podcast.
They're probably dead.
Like an ancestry
No.
tree.
Yeah. We need like Helen Keller's granddaughter on the podcast.
I
Like
do
Helen
like the
Keller
I
website
would just rip her to shreds.
that I'm reading from right now. The second paragraph literally says what ableism is. And it's literally what Katie is experiencing right now.
Yeah,
What is ableism?
Ableism is the discrimination, social prejudice against people with disabilities. Basically not believing that she exists
Wow.
as a form of ableism. I love this website already.
It's kind of like when you think too much about like space. Like I get like that sometimes where I'm like, well, how does it just not end? Like, how is there no, like the idea of infinite sea?
Yeah.
That's a word.
Or like other galaxies.
Yeah.
Other solar
like people
systems.
prove that there's this in space. Like, well, how do you know? I don't
Apparently,
believe.
there's infinite universes.
Yeah, that
That's
like
what I
think
mean.
about
That's
that.
why I
Kinda
think
makes me
it's
feel sick.
crazy.
Think about that.
Yeah. That and like the bottom of the ocean are things that like make me nauseous.
So there's something I always bring up in space that doesn't make any sense. So actually, Matt, pull this up. There was a piece of like a big ass piece of rock that almost came around the sun back in like 2018. And this rock doesn't move like anything else we've ever seen before. It's like
a meteor?
Uma or some
Every show goes back to aliens somehow.
No, this isn't alien. No, pull this up. This is scary shit. So apparently, if you think of the universe as like a grid, right? So think of the universe as just like a massive map, a grid, right?
Okay.
You have whatever, a starting point, and then it goes out from there. So apparently what this thing was, it didn't like shine light or anything. So we think it was, people think apparently it could have been something that was made by, yes. And there's a specific article about it.
Oh my God, it's on NASA.com.
Yeah. There's a specific article about it, I believe, in the Smithsonian that talks about kind of what I'm talking about. But so this thing is, and the shape of it doesn't make any sense. It's like a shape of a football field. So one of the theories was, and it wasn't affected by like gravity, like of the planet or anything like that. So it wasn't moving in conjunction with how it should have been moving. So one of the theories is that it was like imagine it like a sensor, if you will. And that way, apparently the people, say there's some sort of people that go back or intelligent life that go back millions, hundreds of millions, whatever, billions of years. And they threw these things out, a bunch of these things all around the universe to be able to see, essentially map how stuff is moving. Think about that.
No.
Who were those people that put it out?
We don't know.
So what, did they shoot something up there to break it apart?
No, so the biggest thing with this is like it's still essentially unexplainable.
But is it still floating around?
No, so we like the weird thing is it was like on the other side of the sun, so we didn't know that it was there until like we went by it.
Okay.
So how
It wasn't moving. It was just there.
it was essentially stuck there.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it wasn't like coming towards Earth.
Correct.
Like okay.
Correct. So it's very weird. I talk about this thing all the time. The story of this is wild. But yeah, it's almost like imagine a lost civilization or a smart civilization went throughout the universe and threw out these things. And that way they know when a planet is going around it.
No, I don't like that.
Interesting.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why not?
Like thinking about that stuff is sickening.
Yeah,
Like who put it there?
exactly.
I believe that, I mean, I don't think we're the only
Oh no.
planet with tools like we have,
No.
for sure.
That's why if there's any aliens out there listening right now, I am your friend.
Yeah, we
we are
love
your
you.
friends at the St. Louis podcast. If you want to come on,
So let me
speak your voice.
Yeah,
Let me
flash
ask
the
you
lights right
guys
now
this
if you're
then.
here.
Yeah.
if there is an intelligent race out there that
Yes.
has the ability to look at us, would you want to associate with us? the answer is probably no.
Wait, would I want to associate with humans?
Yes, the answer is probably no.
I mean, it depends on.
You're talking about a race that has the ability, if they exist, to
Not a race,
travel,
Yeah.
a species, to
Yeah.
travel around space.
Yeah.
Far smarter than we'll ever be.
Yeah.
Why would you dumb yourself down to have a conversation with like an ant?
No, that's kind of where this fun theory comes into play. Is like they're just tracking everyone. It's like a game.
Yeah.
It's like you see where everyone
Hunger
is.
Games.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they just went around. So they have a massive map of the universe. They're like, oh, Earth just went here. Or the solar system or the galaxy, right? Because
like
even the
Sims.
Milky Way galaxy is tiny compared to anything. So, no, space is crazy. The first time I ever had like a weird experience with like the stars, I might have said this. Pink Floyd. I listened to the first album at Boy Scout camp.
Staring at the stars.
Yeah, staring at the stars. And ever since then, I've had like a fascination for space.
Have
It's
you seen?
weird.
You've seen Interstellar, right?
Hell yeah, it's one of my favorite
I
movies.
swear I saw a UFO in Seattle
I've seen
He
a
thinks he's
UFO.
seen
when I
one
was
too?
there.
I've seen one.
And apparently they're highly cited in Seattle.
Correct.
So when I told my parents about it, they're like, oh yeah, maybe it was.
So there's a couple theories in Seattle. Mount Rainier. They hide in volcanoes.
That aliens do?
Yes.
Did you watch that movie Nope?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We just watched it like a month
I didn't
ago.
really like it.
It was
okay.
We couldn't figure out what the whole shoe and like
Yeah.
monkey show had anything to do with anything.
Which it was
But-
such a big letdown because I love Get Out.
See, I haven't seen the other. I haven't seen any.
They're on
other
Netflix
ones.
now.
Get Out's
know,
the
but-
first one, right?
Yeah.
That's easily the
It's
best
so
one.
good. But Us is pretty good too. Us is pretty scary.
Get Out's
think
the
I
one where he
started it.
goes to the white family.
Yes.
Yes.
That's easily the best. Yeah,
It's
that's
so
easily
good.
the
Like
best
as a
one.
boyfriend, right? To
Yes.
someone.
That one's good.
Mhm. That one is so good.
I just wish they'd bring back Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Like, I love Jordan Peele and his movies, but just bring back Key and Peele.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
funniest sketch show.
Well,
of all
that's
time.
why everybody thought Nope was going to be really good.
Yeah. Okay. So volcanoes. There's actually I think a live feed on YouTube of a volcano somewhere in the United States, and they get footage of weird shit entering and leaving the volcano.
Really?
I'll actually, Matt, remind me. I'll send that over to you, and we can
That's
put it in the
creepy.
podcast. But yeah, it's weird. There's also a lot of like weird forest out there around Washington. But then the other theory, of course, is the ocean.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah. So they're in the
Just
ocean.
that there's aliens in the
Yeah.
ocean, like underground
Like
cities
they,
and stuff.
well, not even that, just their ships. Like they can just go under the water.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's so scary.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I've seen a UFO 1,000%. Yeah, we talked about it a couple months ago. I drew a picture of it, very rudimentary. So what does yours look like?
I was in my skateboarder phase, so I think I was like in 7th grade.
Okay. Okay.
I was like sitting out a windowsill with my friend, and we saw it. I mean, it was just like, it was very like cartoony looking. Like
Okay.
it was pretty spherical and had like the bulb on top, but it didn't go very fast. That's why I
Interesting.
thought it looked like it wasn't like, it was like slower than an airplane even.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Did you say yours was fast? And yours
So-
was a cylinder.
Yeah, my buddy and I saw one back in high school, and it was essentially a hot dog shape, if you will. Lights underneath it. So it was long ways in the air, lights underneath it. And we saw it for like a minute or two, and then gone.
Yeah. So mine was like slow, but it wasn't like I followed it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like slow when I saw it, and then it was like gone. Like the lights went off or it evaporated, whatever
disappeared.
the hell happened to it.
That's weird. So there's a lot more people that have seen UFOs than you think, Katie. Okay.
I wouldn't be afraid of UFOs if my dad hadn't let us watch
Which one?
Fire in the Sky, which was based on a true story.
Fire in the Sky.
I
What
don't
the
think
hell
I've
is
seen
that?
From, like,
Documentary?
No, it's a movie, early 90s, based on a true story, I think from the Midwest, of this guy getting abducted by aliens.
Oh my god!
And
I haven't
then
seen this
he's, like,
movie
in-
so long.
You've seen it though?
I've seen. So I was born in '93. I made sure to watch all '93 movies, and this was one
Is it
I
a
haven't seen.
93?
It is. I haven't seen this movie in like literally so long, since a child. I don't even remember any of it, but yeah, I recognize
I
it.
remember so much of it.
Robert Patrick classic. Yeah,
Guess what it's on?
Max?
Max.
God. Fuck Max. Dude, I hate Warner Bros.
Hey, but it's on YouTube too. Primetime subscription. You got that YouTube TV?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's on the not available on this device. Sorry about it.
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not. No, I got it. Here we go.
Last thing that I actually care about.
Oh, I have to try Paramount
What
Plus.
reality shows do you watch? And what are your favorites?
I like Real Housewives, but I only watch Orange County and Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And I like what's the Sandoval?
Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules.
I was literally going to be like, do you watch it because of Beverly Hills?
Yes, Vanderpump Rules.
You're all caught up?
Yeah. I think so.
What the hell is Vanderpump Rules?
I mean,
The
I
best
watched
show
all
to
of the
ever
Sandoval
exist.
season. That's it, right? That was
Yeah, that's the newest one.
This?
So James Kennedy
Yeah.
is coming to St. Charles at the casino.
Okay.
I bought
My friend
tickets.
told me, isn't it like December something?
2nd. It's a Friday.
Okay.
You know what
Tickets
these-
were like
Matt,
$15
you know what they're
bucks.
talking about?
Okay, my friends did tell me about that, but it doesn't come
Don't
on
do
until
it.
like midnight.
10.
Yeah, it's kind of late.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to get tickets to go see Sandoval when he came with his most extras, like 2 weeks
Where did they
before-
go?
Ballpark Village. But it was like 2 weeks before the Sandoval broke. So like no one knew about it. No
So
one
it was
knew
in like
he
March.
was a dirtbag.
Yeah.
And then
Can you fill me in? What is Sandoval? What the hell is this show?
Okay.
Oh,
This
so
is actually
Vanderpump is a
Vanderpump
family.
Rules.
So they're a family.
No.
It's about wait staff at a LA restaurant.
So Lisa Vanderpump is a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills.
Gotcha.
So she was on that first.
She owns a restaurant?
She owns multiple restaurants. All
Gotcha.
of these people
self-made billionaire.
work at Sir, which is one of her restaurants in West Hollywood.
Sir?
SUR. She also owns Pump, which just recently closed down in July. Villa Blanca.
What, spending too much time on the
No,
show?
the rent was too much. That's not it. Sir, that one. So all of those people work there. Sandoval,
4.2 on Google reviews. Not great.
Tom Sandoval.
Is that out of 5?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I'd go there.
I mean, I eat at restaurants 3 out of 5. So
Yes, but you don't want to be spending $100.
Hold
with us.
on. This is interesting. Tom Sandoval
Who is Sandoval?
Tom Sandoval.
He's one of the actors
Okay.
that's been on the show.
Okay.
since the start.
Since the
It
start.
started
Got it,
in like
okay.
2012.
He was also on The Hills as a model.
Yes.
Okay.
He's from St. Louis. He used to
Yes.
bartend at Ballpark Village.
He's from No,
Yes.
that was around before he was on Pump.
That's everything that I've read. He wears Arch Peril shit every episode.
I know. I kind of want to send him a shirt, but like, do I want to be associated with
Hey,
We know Aaron.
Tom.
Who's the owner of Arch
Hold on.
Peril.
Tom,
Yeah.
if you're listening right now, we know that you are. We'd love to
He's-
have you on the podcast.
Fuck no.
He just
Why not?
started his own podcast.
I know, and it's
Wait,
called
what?
Everybody Loves Tom Sandoval.
Wait, why
I
don't
know.
we
I
want to
kind
have
of think
Tom
that
on?
was
He's
I
disgusting.
thought it was
So
smart.
Okay, I'm going to send him this clip. Let's get into it. Well, how
go
is he
ahead.
gross? How's he gross?
He knows that everybody hates
Why
him.
he treated on Ariana Maddox?
So Ariana
Oh, Ariana.
is also on the show. They were dating. They were together for like 7 years. He had a 8-month affair with her best friend who's also on the show.
He looks like a fuckboy.
And
so.
Which her name is Raquel, but her real name is actually Rachel.
Yeah, no one calls her Raquel anymore.
Tom, if you'd love to come to debate Katie on the podcast, we'd love to have you on.
He was just on The Masked Singer.
I saw that reveal.
Yeah, he was the diver. And like in his clues, he was like, everybody hates me right now.
I feel like no one has respect for anyone's partners, wives, anyone anymore. It's all free game now in Hollywood.
It's just the fact that
we
Ariana
got
and Rachel
Adam 22 blew the door wide open.
So the way you know how he was caught cheating?
How?
He screen recorded Raquel while they were having phone sex, a video phone sex.
and Ariana saw it on his phone.
Why do you?
Right.
he's a
So that's
dumbass.
a dirtbag thing to do. Anyways, Raquel said she didn't give him consent to do that. So he like screen recorded it for his own.
Well, Raquel
keeping.
also sucks too, right?
Yeah, she's a Bambi-eyed bitch.
Yeah,
She is.
there you go. Now, hold on. I know neither of these people.
She is literally
Let's look
the
up-
so
what's her
stupid.
name?
Like Rachel Leviss. Leviss.
But did you ever think
Then this is the
Tom
one
Sandoval was cute?
No.
No?
Did you?
Yeah.
Ugh. Do you like Schwartz though?
this picture.
I do
is
like Schwartz.
Terrible.
That's before she had a nose job. So the shorter hair is what she looks like now.
Yeah, with the
That
hat.
was like when she first came on the show. God,
She literally looks nothing.
Hold on. So she went to college and graduated apparently for what is it?
Dudes need to start getting
kinesiology?
plastic surgery. We need to start looking like fucking macho men out here.
She
All
went
these
to college
chicks can
for.
get it. Come on.
Listen to me. I'm talking to you.
Sorry.
She went to college for kinesiology.
Kinesiology.
Yeah, she went, but she is like when she
What
talks.
is kinesiology?
So it's the kinesiology, I believe, is like the movement of like muscle and bone. So kinesiologists usually turn into some sort of like trainer or something like that. But you know a lot about like skeletal muscle bone structure and things like that. I believe.
But when she talks in the confessionals, like she can't form a thought. She's so
study
stupid.
of movement.
Yeah, she's not very
Chemistry,
smart.
anatomy, and physiology.
No, you don't. You're not a dummy if you're a kinesiologist.
Oh, she's an idiot.
Well, then she bought her degree, or
Or
someone.
she's a good actress.
Oh,
Someone
she's
took her
also
classes for
she's
her.
also a model.
like a pageant model.
Yes, like a pageant queen.
So Rachel. So is he now with Rachel?
No, they're actually broken up because when this news broke in March of this year, the hate was so much that she actually had to go to a mental facility.
That's you know
And
what,
now-
I laugh because
Now
it's
Tom
funny,
Sandoval
you know?
was on The Masked Singer and
I don't feel bad for any of these people. By
Special
the way,
Forces.
Uh-huh.
Have you been watching that?
I watched one episode. And
it's pretty good.
he was on Special Forces.
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
Is it a TV show?
It's sort
Is it
of
on,
like-
Yeah, I think you would actually like it.
It's like real world road rules challenge type stuff. Like it's like military
trainers,
trainers.
and Jojo Siwa's on it.
I've seen an episode of this.
Black China.
Yeah, I've seen an episode.
So he's on that right now because he said that he wants to get punished for what he did. And Ariana is on Dancing with the Stars. Just
So all you need to do
living
is
her
cheat
best
on your
life.
partner, and you get more famous in Hollywood.
Oh, everybody hates
That's-
him.
Sounds about right.
When he was on The Masked Singer and they were guessing Tom Sandoval, the entire audience was booing.
He probably likes that.
Yeah, he loves it.
I mean,
And but
bad
then
press is good press.
Dude,
But
we need
then
to get,
when
we need
he-
to get Tom on the pod.
I would
Let's
rather
get
die.
Tom on the pod, and let's get what?
I would love.
What is
to talk to
Rachel?
Tom. Oh, Raquel's not coming here.
No, not Raquel. We need the accent.
Ariana.
Yeah, we need Ariana on.
I would love to have
We'll
Ariana.
zoom her in.
You try to start like a fight club in the middle of the studio?
Oh, yeah.
Probably not.
They-
right?
they
if-
still film
dude,
together?
If Tom punches
Ariana
me,
is too busy, man. She's like living.
They
it
did just
up.
wrap
No, she-
season 11 and they like don't speak. They're both on the season.
I'd be like, you're gonna confront him on the St. Louis podcast, and she'd be like, yes.
The reunion is
I've been wanting to be
killer.
on the St. Louis podcast. And I'd be like, I know you've reached out plenty of times. Just
I mean,
very
he's from
busy
St.
over here.
Louis. It makes.
I know.
It'd be.
But I want to ask
makes
Aaron, like,
sense.
how, because I know Aaron watches it. He's posted it on his story.
Wait, what female from St. Louis can we get into
Wait,
debate
he
on?
posts this. Oh,
Aaron
Dancing with the Stars.
No, Aaron posted like when Vanderpump was on, and I wanted to be like, how do you feel about Sandoval wearing your shit on every episode?
What do you say?
I didn't ask him.
Oh, got a message Aaron.
Well,
Yes,
I just haven't gotten
And now
around
we're
to
calling
it.
out Aaron for liking Tom. We're dragging Aaron into this.
No, I want to be like, how do you feel about Sandoval wearing your shit? Because everybody hates Sandoval.
I'll bet
But
Aaron
he probably
has
doesn't
no
care.
idea.
Did you hear anything that I just said? Aaron has posted himself watching the show.
Oh,
So
I missed
he's
that part.
totally aware.
Is he like clued into all the? You know what?
I mean, I think so. He was watching the Scandival.
We need to get Tom on the phone, right? You got Tom's cell? Can we pull up? Can we get his number?
It's probably a 618 number.
That's right.
Mind you, he's also in a band called Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. And it's like a cover band. And it is the worst thing you will ever hear.
Why is everything with Tom Sandoval in his name?
Because his ego is so fucking big.
He is pretty cocky. He shaves his forehead.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like shaves it for it to be shiny, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my friends always give me. Every time I used to say he was cute, they're like, "So you like men who shave their forehead?" I was like, "Oh,
You mean like he shaves here?
yeah,
Yes. His
like
full
the
on forehead.
He shaves his whole face, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like nose, probably not his eyebrows, obviously.
No, yeah, he
He's
like
just a
they showed it
pretty
on the
boy.
show. No, he's so disgusting. Ugh. Ew, I hate that you're like so zoomed in on his face right now.
I'm trying to look at it.
He's like going down on his
trying to look
chest,
at
on
the
like his
shade.
chest hair, and I'm like, ew, dude.
I mean, he's not bad looking.
He's
if
not
you
bad
didn't know
looking.
what he did,
His.
But when you hear him talk,
yeah,
you're like, you're
He has a
so
weird-
full of yourself.
yes.
I don't know. That smile just reminds me of fuck boys. I don't know. Is that,
He
is that
is.
the right word? Wrap it up.
This has gone so far off topic. I think the last 20 minutes has been Katie trying to kill this dude.
Tom, again, we'll have you on.
Doors
All right.
open.
Before we wrap it up here, anything you want the audience to know, where can they check you out?
Yes. I always say to start at my Instagram because Instagram is where the fun happens, right? I'm on my stories a lot. I post funny reels. I love talking and having that communication, open dialogue in my DMs. And then from there, I always say go to the link in my bio. You can go to my website, my Etsy.
Is it Do Me a
Amazon.
Favor STL at all?
Yeah, everything
Handles.
everything is, there's no underscores, thank
Okay.
God, or anything like weird like that. Websites, Do Me a Favor STL, Etsy, just go there and search my shop, Do Me a Favor STL. Instagram is Do Me a Favor STL. And then I also have a second, this is like, well, it's a first side hustle. This is like my main hustle. I quit my full-time job. I do this full-time now. But now I have like a side hustle because thrifting has become such a big part of my everyday shares on my business page that I'm trying to turn like my other Instagram just into more of like a thrifting page.
Okay.
Just so I don't like clog up my business page with that. But
Where do you buy? Where do you go to?
That's the number one question. And honestly, like I just go often. Like there's no like one Goodwill that is like better than the other.
Yeah.
So here, I mean, I go to the St. Vincent de Paul a lot and I go to the Goodwill on Olive and Chesterfield a lot. And then when I go
That's
into
the best Goodwill.
I've heard the Savers on Watson is really good.
See, and I'm just like not in like Baldwin or South County a lot. I did get a really cute Barbie suit from the Savers in Watson once. It was like the first thing I saw when I walk in and I grabbed it like a year and
Like
a
a
half
tracksuit?
ago. No, like a pink bathing suit.
Oh.
Like a Barbie pink one piece with like Barbie across the front. Like before anyone even knew about the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be cute for like whatever. I don't wear it to like my family pool or anything, but
I've tried to do the thrifting thing and I just never have luck.
you
I
can't.
feel like-
You have to like really search.
Is it better for women?
I like it.
No, I mean like better options. I feel like dudes just have
I go to the
so
men's
it's like-
section too, though.
Yeah, I mean the men's section is like smaller, but I've like found things for my husband there.
Okay.
Like I also really like wearing older vintage like graphic t-shirts.
Yeah.
And those are usually in the men's section.
Yep,
Even
like
if they're
band
women's
tees.
shirts.
Yeah.
They're over there. But yeah, thrifting is, I will say that St. Vincent de Paul is one of the only ones that has changing rooms still. All the Goodwills got rid of their dressing
That's
rooms.
the one like down the
Why?
road, isn't it?
Yeah.
With like
Why'd
the
they get rid of
glass
their
on the front.
just to hold more storage?
Yeah.
Well, no, during COVID.
Oh.
To not put your germs on.
Give me a fucking
Like
break.
they're not already dirty clothes.
Right. Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah, I know,
it's not
right?
like they
It's like, did
wash
you
these.
wash in? Yeah, did you wipe
Yeah.
off absolutely everything in the store? No, they got it from the back and brought it out to the front.
Ugh.
Yes. I'm
Honestly,
sure
it's
people
so
think
gross.
it's gross that I love it, but
I don't
I
think
love thrifting.
Yeah.
Thrifting is good. It's reusing stuff instead of going to the landfill.
And sometimes you just find gems. Like you find good shit. If you're like actually going through everything.
My goal is to find stuff and resell it. Like I would love to find gems that aren't in my size and like resell it.
You
But
ever heard of Clothes Mentor? Any places like that?
what's that? No.
Clothes Mentor. They have a
Like
couple
a
different.
consignment or something?
Yeah, they have a couple different locations.
No. I also love consignment shops too. Like Refresh in Brentwood is great. They have a great push behind them.
Yep.
They support foster families.
Yeah, I haven't been in there in a long time.
Well, they closed for a long time during
They
COVID.
used to have some decent men's stuff.
Yeah, they do. My dad has found a lot there.
Okay.
Till like they closed for public shopping for a long time. I think they just opened like 4 months ago,
Okay.
actually.
Because I know back in the day they used to have like decent ties and stuff for guys.
They have a big tie section.
Well, maybe I need to go back by there. I didn't know that they had reopened back to the public, so that's good to know. Yeah,
Maybe you can find some ties.
it's huge too. It's like pretty big. Like is it not?
I mean, they have an upstairs, but their upstairs is like all formal wear,
That's right. That's right.
like dresses and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think they have a downstairs, but I think that's only open to foster families.
Okay.
So I mean, it is a big space, but if you just walk off the street, you don't really go to those two places unless
Yeah.
you're looking for like a prom dress.
Isn't there another place on Brentwood right there too? That's on Lindbergh right there in Brentwood that also has thrifting.
Well, Limburg isn't Brentwood.
Well, yeah, I guess a little bit. Yeah, I'm not even in. I'm thinking in Frontenac now.
Oh. Yeah.
I can't think of the name.
I went in there once. It's on the west side of Lindbergh.
Yeah. That's the place I was just thinking
They
about.
have a lot of men's stuff.
Yes. I've never been to Refresh.
Refresh is like right across from Whole Foods and Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah. So they're in where Double D's, right?
Yes.
Are they right next door?
They're right next door.
Okay.
You have to park up that weird ramp and then leave that weird, leave down just like you're like, you close your eyes, you're just like, oh, please don't hit anything.
That parking garage is sketch. That area is weird.
It is, but that's where Refresh is.
Double D's isn't around.
No.
They used to be a fun spot.
Did you go to the OG spot?
Yeah.
When it was up by OB Clark's?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
That was the place, man. The owner was still with the glass eye. She was there too, and
I had no idea. No, I definitely was not there for
you
that.
don't know the owner?
Mm.
She has like one glass eye. She's always the one handing out the Jello shots. And I think she's like legally blind. Because people always say like, you'd hand her the money and.
Usually I went to Double D's at like midnight, so I'm not. I don't really remember, and it's been quite a while since I've been there too.
Yeah,
but no, I don't remember anyone with a glass eye because I definitely.
You would remember that.
That's someone I would have talked to for sure immediately. All right, wrapping up here.
Yes.
Do me a favor, STLD. Thank you for being on the podcast here today.
Thank you for having me. I had fun.
That's all the time we'll have for today. We will be back next week, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. New episode, new guest, and more of myself and Katie. If you're watching live or later and we said something wrong, said something you hate, or said something you want to hear more about, you can visit us at the St. Louis Podcast, leave us a message. You can always DM Katie if you have anything that you disagreed with her on about today. We know she had a lot of hot takes, so feel free to let her know. Finally, this episode was recorded at Half Coast Studios. If you're looking to start a podcast or take your current podcast to the next level, reach out to them. They can help you with a virtual podcast, or of course, if you're looking to record here in St. Louis. Again, pleasure speaking with you here today. Thank you for coming on. It's been a pleasure hosting this podcast, and we'll see everyone next Friday.
Hey there, St. Louis Podcast listeners. We've got some exciting news from our sponsor, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Lee. Mark Lee of Farmers Insurance is recruiting agency owners here in St. Louis.
That's right, Garrett, and everyone knows what Farmers Insurance is, and if they don't, they will now.
Yes, it's kind of a household name. That said, as many of you know, a large part of our audience is made up of badass business owners, entrepreneurs, and top producing sales professionals with an open mind like yourself. Farmers Insurance is currently searching for driven individuals who aspire to own their own business or already own their own business and want to add another income stream to join the Farmers Insurance brand and own their own insurance agency.
This is a stellar opportunity to build your own insurance agency from scratch, take over an existing agency, or if you're just a slow roller, we know you the guys out there and ladies, get paid to train under an existing successful agency owner before starting your own.
Holy shit, Eric. That means that whether you have experience as a business owner or you've never heard the word business before in your life, there's a pathway to owning your own business through Farmers Insurance Agency led by Mark Lee.
That's right. You can become a Farmers Insurance business owner even if you've been homeless in the past, just like you.
Yeah, thanks.
If you've ever dreamt of being your own boss, building a team under a reputable brand, and making a difference in your community by offering top-tier auto, home, and commercial insurance to consumers and businesses in your area, Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, led by the godlike man himself, Mark Lee, has the perfect opportunity for you.
Visit insurancecareerstl.com to speak with Mark Lee, the district manager of Farmers Insurance of St. Louis, to become a Farmers Insurance agency owner today.
Did you hear that, St. Louis? Go visit insurancecareerstl.com. Insurancecareerstl.com. That is INSURANCE. Career, CAREERSTL.com.
To become a business owner today, again, one more time, visit insurancecareerstl, as in St. Louis.com today, right now, this second, or reach out to us at stlouispodcast.com and we'll introduce you to Mark Lee ourselves. And I promise he won't spell out insurance and career to you.